In last week's video, we went to the Garden of the Gods, rode the Cog train to Pikes Peak, and Ken made a great Italian red sauce. This week, we attempt the Manitou Incline, go on an awesome 5-mile hike, and boondock for the first time in our little rig in the National Forest.
I feel YouTube shamed.
So join us now for part 2 of Gods and Peaks.
Well, our stay here at Diamond RV has come to a close. It's been a week.
It's actually been really nice.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this campsite.
I know, it's
huge.
a great campsite. Really, been under the trees is good, but so we're going for a new experience, first experience with this rig, and we're going to go boondock in a national forest. Let's say a national forest. It's a recreation.gov, but yeah, it's Pike National Forest. And the funny part is it's only about 6 miles up the road here, so if we fail miserably, at least we can come back here.
Yeah,
we're pretty close.
This campground emptied out pretty much yesterday, so I don't think there'll be any difficulty trying to get another site.
Yeah, I went and that's true. I went and scoped out the other campground this morning. We had been up there a little bit, but just to make sure. And unfortunately, so we had to fill our tank here. They do have water spigots, but they're not hose connections.
What?
Well, we had to fill our tanks here as opposed to.
Oh.
Driving.
But people do that all the time.
Yeah, and the tanks also fall out.
Oh, not very often.
But this is a good test because now we'll know, and we're only going 6 miles, so it's pretty good. But it's 4 nights of Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night. 4 nights of boondocking, 40 gallons of water, no power. So we got the generator, we got the solar, we got the Blue Eddy. So we're gonna have to figure out what the right mechanisms are in terms of when we're running in day. Probably can run off of solar. There is some trees, but it's kind of like this. We get enough sun. We should be able to run off of solar, at least on the DC side stuff. We'll have to figure out what to do with the refrigerator. At night, we can use the Blue Eddy, and if all else fails, we run on the generator.
And temperatures are supposed to be dramatically cooler.
Yeah.
So we're thankful for that.
Shouldn't have to run the AC. Anyway.
I'm sure we're getting a lot of laughs right now because people who boondock all the time, they're probably like, oh my goodness.
Well, it's the first one in this one, and we don't know. We've boondocked in the Alliance before, so like I said, we have enough power. We should have enough water, and let's go check it out. But it's called
I'm sorry.
It's called South Meadow Campground, just north of Woodland Park, and again, it's part of the Pike National Forest, and looks pretty nice.
I'm going to have to show you something really quick. What's next door?
Something we found.
Yeah, something really, really cool next door.
All right, I'll put the camera down because I got to finish up loading, and Pam's going to grab it.
So I'm sure any of you who may have watched us for any length of time know what a crazy flower and plant person I am. Well, I'm also a hummingbird fanatic, and this cute little site next door to us, the sweetest couple. They're from Colorado. I think they said about an hour and a half away, and they have this really cool RV, and it's a 1974, if I remember correctly, and they are the original owners of this beauty. It's a Airstream Argosy, and it's just the cutest little thing. And look at their campsite, how cute it is. But another really cool thing about their campsite is they have a guest hummingbird. Oh, she's not in her nest right now, but anyway, this is her nest, and maybe I can get a shot of her in her nest again before we head out. So you can see it right there. Oh, here she is. She doesn't like me being this close to her nest. I am pretty sure she must have eggs. Oh, look, she's in there. How cute is that? Well, I won't disturb her anymore because she's apparently has some eggs in there, which I would love to be able to put the camera into it and see the eggs, because I know they must be teeny tiny. But anyway, I just wanted to share that because it was so cool. Ouch, you have a boo-boo on the side. That's scary because it looks like the truck is on the edge over there. Yeah, you're good. You can't, okay, stop for a sec, because you see this back driver's side? If you keep going at the angle where you are, it's gonna hit this tree.
We had reserved Site 40 in South Meadow Campground. It looked like a great site. It was long enough for our rig. The challenge was the road to get in was very narrow, and they had these huge boulders on the side which prevented us from being able to get straightened out and get backed in.
Left a little more. Okay. It's like, looks like it would be so easy, but the road is so narrow.
Luckily, the camp host came to our rescue and he got us switched to another site. Now, pro tip on this, we had not reserved this site. This was a pay by night, so we had to pay him and then try and get a refund from recreation.gov.
Okay, Ken and I are about to go attempt the Manitou Incline. And I say attempt, but I'm pretty certain we'll be just fine. The good thing is it says it's only 72 degrees. I know there are some clouds in the area, so it actually would be helpful if the clouds would shield us from the sun, because it's blistering when it's shining on you. But I have a few things to take with us for snacks. Some grapes, some nectarines, some nuts, water, hat. Oh. This is a note to the camp hosts because we moved spots this morning. This is a much better spot. I wish we'd been here the whole time. We leave tomorrow, but we figured, why not? Why not? But anyway, we will check back with you shortly as soon as we reach the Manitou Incline.
Beginning of it. I feel YouTube shamed. Chris Belafato from our Everyday Getaway. Dude, if I don't make it through this, I'm coming after you. So if I can make it after you. So
and of all days, you forgot
I forgot my watch to check my heart rate, which is probably a good thing. Maybe it's a bad thing. I don't know. I did see the sign about, yes, people do die on this trail, so it's extreme. So anyway, we're going to try. We may not make it the whole way, but we're going to give it our best shot, and we're late, so we're doing it afternoon, so that's not good. Anyway, we'll see you up there.
We have a long way to go. trying to outrun the storm, but we just hit the much steeper incline. Debating if we should just hang here or what. I think we may hang here. If it didn't have red, it wouldn't be quite so concerning, but you know, considering how high up we are, lightning is pretty scary. So we might just hang under this rock for a bit. The thunder has arrived and we're close to the false summit, but we found a rock. So we're gonna hang here for a bit. Okay, all you outdoor enthusiasts, would this be considered a safe shelter from lightning at about 8,000 feet in a major thunder and lightning storm?
This might be the final one, the final video that we do.
Video. Oh, Ken, you're
If you see this video and you find this hat, but not me, you know what?
Well, you can see now a few of us have managed to seek shelter.
We're not the only chickens.
I don't call us chickens. I call us smart people.
Yeah.
Well, we were the first ones in, so we were chickens. We enticed everybody else to come in.
So they're from the flat land of Texas, down in the valley,
On the border.
and this family up here, they're from Virginia. So we're all pretty accustomed to lower elevations, but we're all gonna do it, right?
Yep.
Especially, how old are you? Huh? How old are you?
I'm 9.
9. I give you so much credit for this. This is so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very tough.
Yeah. You may not want to do it again, though, right? Or you may be like your mom, and you may be.
She seeks adventure. She's an adventurer.
There you go.
Yeah, we do it together. It's fun.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're just waiting for maybe the lightning to pass, and I don't know, rain.
We're praying for no rock slides.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, that was what damaged the. That was what damaged.
I have a feeling it was a little stronger situation than that.
Yeah. That was in 1990.
90?
19.
Oh, 9?
1990 was when the rock slide happened.
Oh, okay.
Damaged the track, and they closed it until 2013. Here it comes.
Used to be.
Oh, is that why they replaced?
As you can see, we're perched under the safety of this rock, and the lightning has come by, but it's going to rain for the next, based on the radar, next hour or so, and it's already. Notice how I did that. Just check my watch.
Yeah, it is 4:15 already.
Yeah, and it's probably an hour down, and then it's then it's a half an hour or 40-minute drive back to the campsite. So I think the key here is do it in the morning, and before the afternoon storms kick in.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna be.
Hello.
So we're gonna be coming back here, and we'll start sooner than we did today, and hopefully, like you said, miss any thunderstorms.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take the trail back down from this point, and I'm so disappointed.
Yeah. Sorry it was a dud on the video, but these are the things that happen, especially hiking, especially Colorado in the summer, is that you do have to account for these thunderstorms that come in. And so thank goodness we found shelter, and there was some lightning, not too bad. And fortunately, you can see
there was a lot, actually.
You can see over that way, it's actually starting to clear. But this way, it's not. And it's just kind of training this way. So we're gonna take the trail down and start.
Well, at least it won't be hot going down.
Yeah, that's true. And
There's a plus.
It'll be good and soaked by the time we get back there as well. So
Yeah.
all right, now we got to navigate down the slippery slope. Here we go. So this is the bar trail on the way down. So I should have got some video. We actually made it to the 1800 step when we had to stop for the storm. So I guess technically stepwise we made it 2/3 of the way up, but it got pretty steep, and we were probably, I don't know, how many hundreds of yards yeah, from the false summit. But this trail is really nice. Now this is the same trail. I'm pretty sure this is the same trail that you would take actually up to the top of Pikes Peak, and that's, you know, you're going up to 14,000 feet to that. There's a camp called the Bar Camp somewhere up there before you hit the peak. To, you know, for people, I'll try and break it up into 2 days. As they say, it's an 8 to 10 hour hike. I can see it. Now this really isn't too steep, at least the places we've been in so far on the way down. And it feels a whole lot better going down than it did going up. The legs are a little wobbly. Not too bad. I can imagine if we made it all the way to the top and then trying to come down this trail, it would have been super wobbly, but so far so good.
You ready to go, Meka? Yeah? Let's go. Ready? Up. Let's go hiking. Let's go. Good girl.
That right there is why you have this. Right there. Well, we've gone a half a mile. It's 5.2 miles total, and we've already gone up about 300 feet in elevation. So they do say that it, and you can tell by the breathing, that you get the elevation fairly soon into the hike. Thought I'd take this time. It's a good PSA time. It's a good time for me to catch my breath. Yeah, just a bad place to stop. There's a bunch of horse poop down there. But so we've been in the mountains for a month and trying to figure out the experiment. It's like, do you ever get used to it? You know, your lungs and heart and everything when you're in the mountains for a period of time. And we've been in the mountains for a month, and we've hiked higher altitudes than this, but we haven't stayed at this altitude yet. We've stayed at 7,500. Where we're staying at Diamond Resort is 8,200, and we're at 8,800 right now.
My analysis is you get used to it for just a day-to-day living, but any kind of activity really requires a lot more
and age.
getting used to.
And age probably has something to do with it too. Anyway, we're going to keep persevering. A lot of it's been in the shade so far. This part's in the sun. So I'm going back and forth between the hats. And I took the other hat off in the shade to put this hat on, and now I'm in the sun. So not a good call on my part. So just a pro tip when you do this Lavelle Gulch Trail, the clockwise route at the T, and they said that was the more difficult one because it's pretty significantly uphill in a short period of time, and then you start going downhill. What they didn't tell you is that by going downhill, you're still going uphill. So we've got another mile, and we've gone down about 100 feet, then back up about 100 feet, then back down. So not sure what to say, except that it's kind of like when you play golf and it's a windy day and every hole you're into the wind. It just defies logic. This is defying logic so far. I'm sure when we'll show you the snapshot on all trails of the elevation changes, but I thought we were going to get a break, and we're just going downhill, uphill, downhill, uphill. So I'm sure as we get into this a little bit more, we're 2.5 miles in, so we're just about halfway. That is going to be pretty significantly downhill. But this first part of the downhill is significantly uphill.
I figured I probably could not hike that rock, so I might as well get on top of this one. Look at all the ants, though. Goodness, they're everywhere. So pretty.
Right on time. Looking, I think that's west. I don't know which way it is actually, but starting to see some rain coming down. But like what we've seen in a lot of times is that it rains out of the clouds, but it evaporates by the time it hits the ground because it's so dry here. But okay, well, this is nice out, kind of a 3 rock outcropping. Let's name it. What would you name it? 3 rocks? That's too basic. Yeah. How about 1 rock bigger than the next of the 3? That's lame too. All right, leave a comment below. What would you guys? Oh yeah, the tree boulder holders, infamous. Yeah, that all started in Arkansas in season 1. But leave us a comment. Okay, what would you guys call these? Man, it's a good thing when that rock came tumbling down, that tree was there to block it. That's about a 1-ton tree and probably about a 80-ton rock. But anyway, leave a comment below. What would you call these rocks? Because they're probably named. We didn't look it up. We didn't actually know they're up here. So give us your best shot. It's kind of nice. Now we're down in like this meadow, this low meadow here, getting off of the ridgeback, and I would suspect as we get down we may start to see some water. And I didn't ask exactly where the man, basically the husband of the one who checked us in to RV resorts on the loose, but I suspect it was going to be more and stuff like this than what we were on, although there was a small gulch. But we're definitely heading down, and I'm sure we're going to run out of water at some point in time. So we'll keep an eye out if you keep an eye out. .36 miles according to my Garmin watch. 580 steps. How many steps you got, babe?
I don't know.
She's gonna have more steps. Maybe she takes little steps.
I'll have to look later.
Okay, she's gonna look later. We'll get back to you.
Maybe get Meka in the car.
Okay, we gotta go eat lunch. Well, good morning. I'm not sure if it's morning with you. It's morning here, and this finalizes day 4, really 3 nights of our boondocking experiment here. And yeah, good night last night with it. I think what we're finding though, about 2 o'clock in the morning, I got up and I checked the Blue Eddy, and we went to bed. We were 100% on the Blue Eddy battery, and we're 100% on the 2 batteries in the rig, the 2 lithium-ion batteries in the rig. And we had the refrigerator on, running on AC, so basically the Blue Eddy was powering it. And about 2:15 in the morning, I woke up and just checked it, and it was about 34% on the Blue Eddy. So I shut it off. Now you see in the graphic here, it's after it was shut off in terms of the AC. Or at least refrigerator, I should say. So I put the refrigerator on propane, and you can see the wattage dropped. So basically, when the refrigerator is running on DC or AC, it's pulling well over 300 watts, about between 330 and 350 watts. So the absorption refrigerators do pull a lot. And once we put the propane on, then it was, obviously that power dropped. So I think what I'm finding after the couple nights, I mean, again, we could have let the Blue Eddy just run and it would have, gone to 0, I'm sure, or whatever the protective shutoff is. And then the batteries in the rig would have kicked in. But we certainly didn't want to wake up, since it was only 2 o'clock in the morning, we didn't want to wake up with 0% batteries in those either. So I put the refrigerator on propane, and I'm thinking, that's probably going to be our mode of operation when we boondock, is at night just still plug the Blue Eddy in. So this is where we have AC power you know, in the morning for making coffee, doing whatever else, and we have enough battery in the rig to do whatever we need to do. You know, put jacks up, you know, not slides, there's no slide in this rig, or awnings in, those kinds of things. And I think by doing that, we can avoid running the generator in the mornings and to do, you know, whatever, make coffee, those kinds of things, and just be more assured of having a bunch of power. So you know, I hate that those absorption fridges take so much power, but it is what it is. It's been keeping you know, been keeping the food very cold. Of course, we do have the compressor fridge in the back, and that draws power as well. Even though it's not much, it's probably like 30 watts. Really a lot different. And yeah, it's smaller than the other fridge, but not by much. Of course, we do have a freezer in the Norcold. Anyway, we're going to dump this morning. We were good on our tanks, and I'll be curious to see how much fresh water we have left. We put in 45, and be curious to see how much we have left. I'll try and get the bucket under there. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do that because the rig is so low, to see how many gallons, but that'll kind of help us you know, understand exactly where things are and how long we can last. And the power shouldn't be an issue. It's obviously just going to be the water and propane, making sure we have enough propane. So I know this wasn't terribly scientific. I mean, I try to go with a couple different modes at night to see, go, you know, total Blue Eddy, and with propane, total Blue Eddy without propane, and then just on the house batteries. And we'll, you know, we'll put those obviously on those notes there. So that's going to sum it up from here. I think we just have to make some refinements, and you know, it's very, very capable, of course, given what we have and the fact that we don't have an inverter, and we're just going to have to use the propane at night, and you know, use the Blue Eddy in the mornings, and obviously you got your house batteries doing what they do. So that sums it up for this day. Beautiful place up here in just north of Woodland Park, off of what are we on, 67, I guess, and this national forest. And we've had zero, or like, we go from 1 bar of cell to SOS. And so maybe Starlink, maybe in our future, if we're going to do more boondocking like this, because it was frustrating being out of communication. We did go in town yesterday to the Manitou Incline. That's a whole nother scenario and another situation. We'll detail that here in an upcoming video. But so we got at least, you know, to be in communication that way. But we're packing up and we're heading out back to our daughter's house, to Moochdock, for long weekend. Another sonogram today, 3D sonogram. We're really excited, and we'll, you know, when she's comfortable sharing that stuff, we will share that stuff with you, our audience. But we know the name of our new granddaughter, and we've seen the pictures of her face, the 3D sonogram. We're really excited, and that was 2 weeks ago, and so I think we'll see some more changes today. All right, let's see how much fresh water we have here. I could probably get the bucket under there, but I'm not going to. Just kind of, we're kind of in a rush, so we'll just have to guesstimate.